The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with vivid oranges and purples, while in the small mining town of Esperanza, the echo of explosions resonated through the valley. Life was tough, but the people were resilient, united by the promise of a brighter future. Yet a shadow loomed over the community, a feud between two families threatening to consume everything. The Mendozas and the Vargas had been neighbors and friends for generations, their roots intertwined with Esperanza's very history, sharing triumphs and tragedies. But the discovery of a new vein of gold in the mountains unleashed rampant ambition, corrupting the hearts of their leaders and dividing their families. Don Rafael Mendoza, the family patriarch, was a shrewd and ruthless businessman. His greed knew no bounds, willing to do anything to seize the new mine, even if it meant betraying his own neighbors. In contrast, Don Antonio Vargas, his clan's leader, was a man of principles and deep-rooted values. He believed in hard work and honesty, refusing to yield to the Mendoza's avarice. Tensions between the families grew like wildfire, fueled by rumors and accusations. The old bonds of friendship were severed, leaving deep wounds and bitter grudges. The community of Esperanza found itself caught in the middle, torn between loyalty to their leaders and fear of an all-out war. Amid this conflict, two young people fell in love, challenging the hatred consuming their families. Julieta Mendoza and Mateo Vargas met in secret, finding solace and hope in their love. Julieta was a beautiful, rebellious young woman with a free spirit that refused to be subdued by her surname's expectations. Mateo was passionate and brave, willing to fight for his beliefs, even if it meant standing up to his own father. Their love was a beacon of light in darkness, challenging the animosity dividing their families. Yet their clandestine romance was a dangerous secret, a spark that could ignite the flame of discord. One night, Julieta and Mateo met in a forest clearing, their secret refuge. Under the moonlight, they vowed eternal love. But their meeting did not go unnoticed. A spy for Don Rafael, driven by loyalty and ambition, witnessed their vow and rushed to inform his master. Don Rafael's fury was relentless. He saw his daughter's betrayal as a personal affront, a stain on his family's honor. In his mind, vengeance became an obsession, a fire consuming his soul. Don Antonio felt a mix of surprise and disappointment upon learning of his son's romance. Though he loved Mateo, he could not allow his union with a Mendoza to endanger his family and the community. The situation became untenable. The tension between the families reached a boiling point, threatening to erupt into tragedy. One night, Don Rafael and Don Antonio faced off in a deadly duel, driven by hatred and revenge. The community of Esperanza watched in horror, praying for a miracle to stop the bloodshed. Upon learning of the confrontation, Julieta and Mateo rushed to the scene, desperate to avert the inevitable. Their love, once a secret, became a cry of rebellion, challenging the violence threatening to destroy them. As the patriarchs were about to deliver the final blow, Julieta and Mateo interposed themselves, their bodies shielding their fathers. The sight of their children, willing to sacrifice themselves for love, awakened the conscience of Don Rafael and Don Antonio. The hatred dissipated, leaving room for reason and compassion. Exhausted and repentant, the two men lowered their weapons, realizing the madness that had consumed them. The tragedy had been averted, but the wounds would not heal easily.